Hello there. Today we'll be doing a tutorial on how to use Google News. Google News is one of the greatest ways to look up top news stories from thousands of reputable journalistic sources across the globe. And what's so great about Google News is that anyone can personalize their experience. And, it'll show you top trending news stories as well as local news and news personalized for you, as well as archived news from previous dates. And that's why it's not up to the date, up to the minute live updates. It's not the only way users can take full advantage of Google News, because with its advanced search engine, news can be a useful tool to find old and archived news stories. And that helps when you're researching a topic or a historical event. So with any Google tool, you want to make sure you start at the Google homepage here. And you want to make sure you're logged in. So I'm logged in here. It's my account. And everything you can access comes from this main page. So make sure you're signed in, and then all you're going to do is click this icon right here, and everything will come up here. Now, if you don't find news up here, you can just click more and you can go find it there. But mine, I use news a lot, so it's up here in my main ones. All right, when you first open Google News for the first time, you will see your top stories right here in the main part of the screen. On the left are the listed top stories by topic. These are trending stories, as well as on the right are recent stories, right here. So in the top stories section, you can expand and shrink stories to look at other news sources covering that exact story. So here we have Fox News covers this, but we also have the Washington Post with a similar headline, as well as Haaretz and the New York Times and USA Today. So you can look at the same topic in real-time coverage from different news sources. So you know that you're getting kind of a look from all different perspectives. And then you'll just scroll down and you can see all the top headlines for right now. And here you start with top stories. You go down, world news will be next. And then cater to your location. You'll have local news and then US news. Like I said, Google News is a really cool way to get your news, because you can edit your news to see what you care the most about. So you can say, I want to know more about world news, always, sometimes, or never. I don't care as much about business. I do care about technology, not as much about entertainment or sports, but science and health are interesting to me. Now, you can also use this tool here to add any topic you like. So say I'm not that into sports, but say I did want to follow the Atlanta Braves. You can add that. Now, say I didn't want to hear about something. Let's say I don't want to hear about earthquakes because they make me sad. You can say rarely. Now, you can also pick which news sources you want to hear the most or the least from. So I like the New York Times often, Fox News, CNN, it's good in the middle. ESPN, don't care that much, rarely. And then you save your settings. And that's how you personalize it. Now, once you save your settings, you can always go back by clicking personalize right here, this tab. Now, like I said earlier, another great way to use Google News is to look up news from a specific time period in order to research an event. Because Google News archives all the online news that it's aggregated, you can go back and search for a word or a phrase to find that. So let's see. You can search for just a phrase here. Let's say we're searching for Hurricane Katrina. Now we have a ton of recent articles right here. Now what's great about Google News is if we go back, we can use advanced search by clicking this little tab right here, advanced news search. And we can very specifically search for news from a specific time range. For example, if you wanted to find articles published in the weeks leading up to and just after the storm, so you can focus your research on how the city prepared and how the city failed, you can just type in here. And then, occurring anywhere in the article, date added recent. Let's see. Let's do specified dates because we want to make sure. We can say August 1st. We can type it in. Let's see. 08 1 2005. And let's say January 1st, 2006. And we can specify those dates. And now we can press search. So here we have stories from 2005 leading up to and just after Hurricane Katrina that we can look at regarding the immediate coverage of Katrina. So we can read this article. We can look at like a timeline. And this is great for research because if you're researching a topic that's been covered by online news, in the past 10 or 15 years, it's so helpful because you can look at articles that came out exactly at that time. Let's go back to news. Over here on the right, it will give you a specified weather for your location, local news right here, and then you can have editors picks from different reputable news sources all over. And at the bottom here, you can always pick, if you don't like a news source, you can pick whether you want to see it more often or less often. What's so great about personalizing Google News is you can really customize what you want to know about, what you want to follow, and see this news in a way that makes sense. What you can also do that's very exciting is right now we're on the US edition because it knows that we're in the United States, but we can say, I want to see Argentina's top stories. And then we have that for Argentina and all of their big stories. We can do it for hundreds of countries, for the Netherlands. And if I'm from another country, or if I'm interested in other news, this is a very helpful tool to know what's going on, what the big stories are in different countries, which again is also very useful from doing research. There are just so many ways to use Google News. I cannot even begin to tell you. You can change the way you view your stories. I like modern personally. And you can personalize it really to be tailored to exactly how you want to consume your news. And it's just such a great tool. So check it out and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much.